It is now day 9 of the government shutdown. Tensions are high in the Capitol. People are just losing it. There have been several clashes of congressmen and people who are blaming each other. And a very surprising voice of reason in all of this. Take a look.
Did you get permission from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald Trump?
You can easily extend the ACA right now.
Did your boss, Donald Trump, give you permission?
Boss.
You're making a show of this to
No,
make
it's
yourself
sad.
relevant.
It's sad. You could easily sign on to this.
You're embarrassing yourself right now.
You could sign on to this. The only
You're
embarrassment here is
chasing clout.
you.
We're happy that she got elected. She's filling her father's seat. That's fantastic. We have a long tradition here and a process of how we administer the oath to a member. You know, you served here for a while. We're going to do that as soon as we get back to work. We got to get the government open and turn the lights on so we can get everybody back here and get the regular session.
Stop covering up for the pedophiles.
There's nothing. That's ridiculous.
Nobody's covering up for pedophiles, so knock it the hell off.
Let's take off our Democrat jerseys, let's take off our Republican jerseys, and we should do something responsible for the American people and fix this.
Listen, that was Marjorie Taylor Greene. And she seems to be the only one responding to her constituents, because her constituents are saying, excuse me, we are being affected by what's happening here. And, you know, she's in not a rich district. She's in a poor district. And her people said, this is affecting us. Either you get us some help or we're going to put you out. This is your job. And she is the voice of reason here. What the hell is going on?
She also has a couple of kids who need the insurance premiums are going. So it's very personal to her. You know what? I'll take it.
Yes.
I feel like I want to have laser treatments with her together. Now, that's how close I feel to Marjorie right now.
Well, I also
I get it. Oh, I was like, what? Sorry.
No, I almost feel like she's Mishpucha now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, their job is for the
A couple
people.
of people get it.
This is a representative government, and there's no way they're coming to a deal when they're not even sitting down to talk. So they are right now, have been at recess 3 weeks longer than the shutdown, which has been 9 days. They're getting their $174,000 salary. They already have, which I did not know until I looked this up, 20 weeks of scheduled recess each year. 20 weeks. A regular person, average worker here in the U.S., $67,000 a year and maybe 11 to 20 days off just due to their time served. So first of all, we pay them to work. Let's not pay them to go home for recess. 2, there's got to be a reason why they're doing this. And the video we just saw of Mark Kelly and Gallego talking to Mike Johnson, those are centrist Democrats. Those aren't people that are extreme on either end that are coming in to make a show of things. They're saying, hey, you need to call him back to session to swear in this Democrat that would be the deciding vote for the Epstein thing. And one note that
Adelita Grijalva.
Okay.
Who's their Arizona colleague.
And what Mike Johnson didn't mention there is earlier this year, Johnson swore in 2 Republicans who were special election winners when the House was also not formally in session. So there's something inconsistent, and his explanation is not holding water right now.
Well, and it's a dark day when Marjorie Taylor Greene's the voice of reason, but like, you know what they say about a blind squirrel, so I completely agree with her here.
I've never heard what they say about a blind squirrel.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Okay.
I've never heard that. What is that, something that pregnant women say?
Probably, yeah. It's one of my new wisdoms. I generally always oppose government shutdowns, but I especially do in this era because I think a lot of us have had frustrations where we feel like the power of the presidency is growing to be too much. The presidency should not be all powerful. You have 3 co-equal branches of government.
Well,
I think that the courts have generally done their jobs and step in. I think Congress has ceded its authority left and right.
Yes.
Congress declares war. For 30 years, they have ceded that to the presidency. The other major power they have is the power of the purse, spending money, appropriating money, and they have just ceded that in the process of this congressional shutdown. And while I look at some of these videos, and there's a million more of them, it feels like we're electing people, not we, but the country is electing people who are going to Washington to become celebrities, influencers, and get cable news jobs, not to work for the American public. So I say, get back to work, hash this out over healthcare. I agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene. These are Republicans and Democrats that need these subsidies. Steve Bannon agrees with her, so I could see the president coming around.
Another blind squirrel.
Hey, listen, a nut. I will take a nut. They got to get back to work. We're paying their salaries. They work for us.
Yeah, but I don't want her taking a seat on this, but she can't get this job.
No, but you know what? Frankly, we should invite her on because I was just watching her.
Come on, Marjorie.
I was just watching CNN the hour before, and she was on. She was deliberate, she was thoughtful, and she said something that every elected person should be saying. She said, I am listening to my constituents.
Right.
They track the phone calls coming into the office, which is why I always give out the congressional switchboard number, 202-224-3121. Call them up and give them your thoughts because they do track these calls. And she's saying 60% of the calls coming in from every side, from every demographic that she represents, are coming in and saying that they support the ACA subsidies. And let's be clear about something. Despite the lies that Trump and his mouthpieces are trying to feed America, they are trying to take Americans for fools. The ACA subsidies do not cover undocumented immigrants.
Right. How many times have you said
Undocumented
that?
immigrants are not eligible for ACA subsidies, for Medicare, or for Medicaid. What they are eligible for, and which Marjorie Taylor Greene is also supporting, is emergency care, which was a law signed in 1986 by Ronald Reagan. You know that great liberal? He signed that law. It's called EMTALA, and it means that if any of us show up requiring emergency care at an emergency room, they are going to give it to us regardless of our immigration status, our insurance status, or our ability to pay. I don't know about you, but if I show up with a head wound or having a heart attack, I am happy that law exists.
Well, that law
so that's fact, because they are lying. The Republicans are lying.
Yes, well, they have been. But, you know, the bottom line is this is really going to fall to us. This is about voting people in and voting people out. I'm thrilled.
Well, now she gives them the number they could call.
I am thrilled that the American people are starting to say, you know what? I am going to call. I am going to call and say, get back to work. What was that number again?
Say it again.
202-224-3121. You call, you say, I want to speak to my congressperson. They will switch you. And even if you get a recording, leave a recording. I can show you how to do it. I'll do it in my Instagram.
Leave a message.
Regresen al trabajo. Because we need our paychecks.